You are now tuned into the DFPN, the Dat Feelin Podcast Network. Welcome to the smoke pit. It's Friday night, come and take a load off. Come sit in the smoke pit, it's time for us to show off. It's been a long week, come relaxing, get some laughs in, and let's talk about these brackets. And while we at it, tell me whose man's is this? Cause I got questions, I'm hoping you can answer it. Get ready, cause you know we gon' talk a lot of shit. It's Mac and Mac, welcome to the smoke pit.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, hood rats, scoop scaps, scallywags, and scallywops and all that good stuff. Y'all know what it is when it's a Friday night. We took last week off. Was gonna take this week off, but we didn't want to do that to y'all. Cause my man Black is gallivanting around New York City wearing Timbs, looking at Niagara Falls, eating buffalo wings, sharing pictures with everybody. And you know, it's cool. He can have his fun and shit. But we know we had to give y'all a good show. And I was thinking, who do I know that vibes with your boy, can make jokes, and can give me a different perspective? Because I wanted a female perspective on some shit. So I dabbled in my Rolodex of people. You know what I'm saying? I scrolled through, vroom, and I was like, nah. And then a name popped out to me. I was like, I don't know. She all the way over on the East Coast. It's going to be late. But I decided, I just shot her a message like, yo, you down? She was like, bet, right off the rip. So I would like to introduce the smoke pit to none other than my good friend Denise, a.k.a. D Nice, a.k.a. the Good Sis. What is up, girl? How you doing?
Hello, everybody. I'm doing good. As good as, one can be in the midst of all of this that's going on in the world.
Yeah. And it's tough to do that because I know some people who are losing their shit throughout all of this crazy stuff. But we here, we civil, we sane, we making it day by day. And hold on, let me share the links out and stuff. But again, I want to thank you for jumping in here. We got a good show tonight, ladies and gentlemen. But I would be out of order if I did not, first of all, welcome you all to the Smoke Pit, episode 51. Be sure to like, share, follow, be notified of all our live shenanigans every Friday, 6 Pacific, 9 Eastern. And if you're in between somewhere, you figure out what your time is. You guys should know how to do that by now, though. Big 3, the OG sponsors, Plug Earbuds, GetThePlugs.com, AudioSwim at AudioSwim.com, and Premier Element UAE. You'll get the ads throughout, no worries. And then, of course, Dat Feelin Bandcamp. For the music side of Dat Feelin, hit us up, datfeelinbandcamp.com. A lot of exclusive stuff that's not on all your streaming services. So lowest $3 a month, you can sign up for that, be able to download the music, play it anywhere without connection, all good stuff. So check them out, datfeelin.bandcamp.com. You know we got the Patreon out there, exclusive content, ad-free podcasts, a whole lot of other stuff, giveaways, cash, prizes, all that stuff. We do giveaways on there, so check us out, patreon.com/datfeelinpodcast. And of course, merch available at Teespring. Go to teespring.com, search for Dat Feelin Podcast. You'll find the store. A lot of good stuff out there. Lots of good stuff. Now that I got that out of the way, it is almost time for us to get... Oh, wait a minute. We got my man checking in from New York. Sir, I'm not having that great of a time.
Behind you. Someone was pushing me off my right and it hurt.
I'm live, all right? All the followers are watching me right now.
Is that Ethan?
Yeah. Yes, it is Ethan. Yes, there's millions of followers. I'm going live, bro.
Millions?
Millions.
Oh yeah, I remember when I gave you 250 fans.
Yes, 250 fans, and they're all watching me now because your mom's lit, right?
Ooh, I got that.
Oh, you're not that lit.
I'm not that lit? Bye. You're cringe.
Mommy, I have to call you cringe now.
Now I'm cringe.
Yeah, you're cringe. I call you cringe. That means you're cringe too.
Cool story, bro.
Your boy got points, man. He's spitting facts. So what do you say?
My man.
You got 250 people on your OnlyFans? Is that what he said?
No, I said nothing of the sort. He said he gave me 250 fans in his world. He has a YouTube page where him and his brother have millions of followers.
Oh, okay.
And they offloaded 250 of their little peasant fans upon me so I could be great.
Oh. Well, tell him, tell the good bro, the good little bro, thank you. We appreciate that here at the Smoke Pit and at that film.
He just stole some Cheetos and ran off. My man was scamming for snacks.
He got him though, did he not?
He did, because I just turned around, I saw that little hand in that Cheeto bag, and he ran off. Ran off on the plug.
Cheetos is what's up. Those are my chips of choice. If I had to rank
I
chips,
do like Cheetos.
They'd be up there.
It's gotta be the hot ones though.
Oh, you fool. Full
hood rat.
Okay, yeah,
you
there
know
you go.
the vibes. It's gotta be. You know the vibes. It's gotta be the little flaming hot joints.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't had like the extra flaming hot ones. Like that's on my bucket list next or whatever. But you know, like I don't want ulcers and I value my like colon and things of that nature. So I'm gonna just keep it real low key with the extra. Well, not extra, like the regular flaming hot. That's where it's at. But either like those two. I was like, you're 6. Why are you enjoying my little red snacks?
Like I heard they don't even really be hot like that.
I mean, at one point I do feel like Flamin' Hot Cheetos were hot, but they're not that hot now. So I probably need to step it up to like the extra hot ones. That'll probably just be regular hot.
I mean, just give it a shot. See what happens. You know, if
For
you
sure.
don't like it, give it to the kids. That's what I do. That's how I operate around here.
Oh, I know I'm gonna like it, but like if it's too hot, then I'm gonna just do like my little custom blend and get like regular Cheetos and mix it in with the hot Cheetos and mix it in with the extra hot Cheetos in a Ziploc bag and then like shake it one time for the one time or whatever, and I'm gonna eat.
Oh, you cut the Flamin' Hots?
If I have to, like if the extra hot ones are too hot, I don't know if they're too hot yet. I'm about to find out. But if they are, I'm already telling you in advance how it's going down. It's going to be a mixture. It's going to be a party. It's going to be a party.
Oh man, it sounds like a party. What
It's a
up, Mari?
party or whatever.
Tuning in with us. Look at Black checking in from New York. Hey, he's not having that great of a time. Lies. I see your pictures. You out there taking the most beautiful pictures in Niagara Fall and everything, bro. And then
We saw you out there with Dipset.
Yep. Hold down the fort. Cause he ain't Sharonda Jenkins.
Ow.
And then Calvin checking in. White cheddar popcorn and flaming hot Cheetos. Y'all need to, let me tell y'all something.
You know what? He not lying. Them like that white cheddar, and even with like a little regular butter popcorn mixed with flaming hot Cheetos. I went to this one movie theater, and like that was like their specialty popcorn. And it was regular. I think it was like white cheddar popcorn, and they literally have flaming hot Cheetos like in the mixture, and they would scoop it out and they dump it in this fancy little bag. And I probably paid like $12 for this popcorn or whatever. It was bomb though. But then when I realized like I could definitely make this at home for like $4.
And it was over. I just don't like flaming hot. I just don't like it.
I don't know why. What did flaming hot do to you?
It don't taste good. Like why? So your whole thing is Cheetos. You're supposed to be tasting like cheese out here in these streets, right?
First of all, Cheetos isn't even made with real cheese.
I know, but it's supposed to be tasting like cheese. So why you out here talking about flaming hot Cheetos? Like there's no cheese flavor, and flaming hot ain't even flaming hot. Like what is this? What is this that you're giving me here? And then you're like, ooh, this extra flaming hot, jalapeno hot. Like just stop it, bro. Just give us Cheetos.
Whoa, hold on, because it's not jalapeno, and there is a jalapeno cheddar Cheeto. Like that's a whole nother bag. It's the orange bag with the green writing on it.
I know. I seen them all. Apple dabbles in all flaming hots.
So like, what's the problem?
It's gross. And then it causes your breath to be extra hot around this bitch. You know what I'm saying? We doing road trips, and you picking up flaming hot Funyuns. You got hostages.
True. But you ain't gotta say it's gross. Like that was uncalled for. It's not gross.
It's not good. It's no like I get no enjoyment as I do with regular Cheetos. I'm like, these are good. Flaming Hot, I'm just like, I don't get the taste of Cheetos, and it's just.
But you get the crunch.
So you just there for the crunch?
No, I'm there for the Flaming Hot too, and the crunch.
I mean, you like what you like. I just can't.
I do.
I just can't fucks with it. I could where's Naked and Afraid or whatever. I fucks with some Flaming Hot Cheetos. But like, if I got options, I can't. But I heard you throw some shade at Dipset. So let us talk about this. So this Tuesday.
Oh my God.
I don't know if you guys were aware. I know I tried to share a live stream of this, but let me tell a story. So, Black is over there in New York. I get home from work probably about 6:45, 7 o'clock. This Versus is scheduled to start at 7:30 my time. So I got 30 minutes. I'm just like, bet, let me try and set some shit. I set it up.
Did you get dressed up for the occasion?
Nah, I could have been. Because, let me tell you, I just stepped in the door and I still had my uniform on. So I could have just left the sand boots on, right, with the OCP pants and then just like put a hoodie on or something. But again, it's 250 degrees Celsius here in Arizona. So I'm not trying to look ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? I start the stream. And like 10 minutes in, the power goes out. So now I have no AC. And it's 250 degrees Celsius outside. My modem, obviously, is just like, well, no broadcasting for you, my G. No internet, because you have no power. I go ahead and use the hotspot on my phone trying to stream this thing. And it looks like it's working. But then I look at the live feed, and it's like the slowest flip book. Like it's just still pictures, like a slideshow of the live happening and whatnot. I guess the audio was playing, but the video wasn't. It was a whole mess. But so the house is dark. Everybody's looking for flashlights. I'm in front of my laptop watching this Versus battle, having the time of my life because it was. I don't know if you saw the Jeezy and Gucci Mane one.
I did.
This was more entertaining than that one. I have no idea why. I think we'll break it down as we talk about it.
You know why. You know why.
See, here's the thing.
You know why.
Because I thought Gucci and Jeezy was the most like hoodrific. Like, oh my God, this is what I come to these things to watch. Like Earth, Wind, and Fire and the Isleys. That's cool. I ain't tuning into that because I know ain't no hoodrific stuff gonna happen. Dipset and Locks, I'm here for this. Like I already know shenanigans are afoot when that happens. So if you guys have not been on Facebook since Tuesday, you have seen all of the memes showing the massacre that was that battle. I want to ask the Good Sis. One, okay, we know you saw it. What was your reactions as you were watching this thing take place? Let's start from the beginning as they were coming on stage.
Okay, so let's not even go into like the beginning where they were coming on stage. Let's talk about when I first heard that this Versus was going to be a thing. And I'm like, say less. Dipset all day. Like I was in love with Dipset. Dipset could never do no wrong. Cameron and these pink furs, these purple furs. Like I wanted to ride shotgun in his whip with him, and I was convinced that Joel Santana and we were going to have a loving family, and we were going to have kids together. Yo, like that's how deep into it I was in love. This why he had all his teeth, all his teeth, the original set, the original set down with the Dipset. That's what.
Okay.
So we're like, okay. Now don't get me wrong. I'm Dipset all day. It's even with everything that happened. Like I still have love for Dipset. My mind has changed quite a bit. I won't act like the first thing that I thought about with this coming into this, like, okay, if Dipset is all coming, like, it's like when you get invited to a party and you're sort of kind of like an extrovert, but you're an introvert too. And so you're like, who all gonna be there? Mm-hmm. And that's gonna determine if you're gonna pull up or not. That's kind of how I felt like with this Dipset thing. I was like, okay, I love Dipset, but who from Dipset is about to pull up? Because there are certain members that I'm just like, yes, I'm here for this. Like, I would love to see this. And then there's some where I'm just like, oh, okay, got it. So even though I wasn't really familiar with who in Dipset was going to show up, I mean, I knew the usual suspects were going to be there, but like there were some additional members that I was expecting to see and I didn't see them. Mm-hmm. But leading up to this, I was like, Dipset all day is going to be everything. Like, I was very excited about this. And then we got to the day.
Uh-huh.
And in the nicest way possible, they did not live up to my expectations.
Now,
I was hurt.
Let me ask you this.
I was confused.
Really think?
I was confusion.
Did you think? Because you, I don't know why your expectations were so high for Dipset. Like,
because you know what I'm on. Like, my expectations were high for Dipset because when I'm seeing this versus, what I'm thinking is like 05, 04, 05, 06 Dipset. And don't get me wrong, it was fuckery then too. But I'm feeling like y'all are old now. So like y'all been in the business. So at this point, like, you should be more organized. Like, I'm rooting for you. I feel like Tyra Banks. How dare you? How dare you? We were rooting for you. We were all rooting for you. That's how I felt.
I will say, I too had a moment where I was like, Dipset is them dudes. Like, they could not miss. They had what I considered at that time listening to them, I was like, bro, this is an anthem. This is a hit. This is a hit.
Yes.
This is a hit.
Yes.
But
everything was like a hit. Like, they could not miss. Yes. And I'll be the first to say, like, I'm going to say something very unpopular opinion. I believe, like, growing up, I thought the Lox were talented, but I really wasn't into them like that.
Right.
So, like, I was very biased coming into this versus because I literally was Dipset all day. That's what I grew up listening to. Like, I was Dipset. I heard the Lox when they was on the radio or whatever, but I'm not, like, spinning their CDs. Like, I'm not going to a party like, yo, when you gonna put that Lox on? Like, no. I want to hear the Dipset.
And that's where I think they fucked up at. If they just had a regular sound stage and they was just trying to play hits, cool. But you had, like, grimy New York in there, that fucking grimy lyrics, and ain't nobody in Tim's and shit really there to hear, hey ma, what's up, let's slide, we got it on tonight, you know. And then the Lox come through, Jadakiss start rapping Who Shot Your remix and shit. I'm just like, this the shit grimy ass New Yorkers like, you know. Ain't nobody fucking with the pink fleece cam no more. Like,
no, it wasn't fleece. It was a fur.
Oh,
it was a chinchilla.
My man, Jim Jones was out there with pleather pants and a wallet chain.
So, like, let's get into this.
Okay.
Let's get into this because it took me a while to realize that he was wearing leather pants. I thought he had on, like, tracksuit sweatpants with, like, the one stripe that, like, the old guys be wearing, like, when they be power walking in the mall. And then I was like, is that an elastic waistband? What is your wallet chain hooked up to? Is that a wallet chain? What are we doing here? Please make this make sense. And then I was wondering, like, I wonder if his shit just, like, unsnaps and he lets his ankles breathe, like, at the bottom, or if it's like a zip. Like, I didn't know what was going on. And then, like, it was like later on, I was like, yo, these are leather pants. Now, don't get me wrong, the weather has been exceptionally cool, but not cool enough to wear leather pants. Like, no. And then like go on stage with like, like, Lord, I don't want to say certain things because like the viewers of your audience, I don't want to offend anybody, but like,
man, ain't nobody gonna be offended. Talk your shit.
There was mad niggas on there. Like, why you wearing leather pants? Like, you not hot? You not hot? You not hot? And then we not gonna go. Like, I had to like disown Jewels after
my man got the new teeth, and you disowning him.
First of all, I was impressed with the new teeth because if you have been watching Love and Hip Hop, he had like a moment where he only had like the top teeth put in, but like the bottom teeth weren't there. So he was always talking like this, and like you could only sort of kind of see the top teeth, but you can see his dimples. Well, I can't really do it, but y'all know what I'm talking about. But he was intentionally like not talking a lot because he did not want to show off that bottom row. Ooh, no. And I remember spending that whole season of Love and Hip Hop like, does he have teeth there or not? Like, is it gums? What is happening? Is there like a few teeth there? Is it railroad tracks? Is there a tooth here, a tooth there? Like, is there spacing? Is there a gap? Like, can we fit gummy worms in between the holes? Like, what is going on down there? But he was just all like, can you see my dimples? That was Jewels. So I was very, even on his wedding day, he was like that. I was so embarrassed. But we got to, Tuesday night, and I'm just like, my man's got the full set. The full set for Dipset.
The full set.
The full set. The full set that we're not trained to remember his lyrics. That set.
They downloaded the wrong songs into his dentures is what they did. They tried to download the audio into the dentures so it... My man came out there for his first verse and was all over the place. I was like, Yo, like, the moment they went first and that was their performance, I was like, it is going to be all downhill. Like, unless they just let Cam take over the rest of the way and then they throw Ballin' in there and they throw a Pop Champagne in there somewhere. Like, first, can I ask a question? I haven't really been fucking with Dipset a whole lot. They got a dude in their crew called Freaky Zeke.
Freaky Zeke, he the hype man.
Why is he on stage?
They needed entertainment. You saw that man didn't stop dancing for like 3, 4, 5 hours.
In a gray sweatsuit that was a size too small. He was just out there.
He was making me hot, popping, locking, Harlem shaking. Like, stop it. Stop it, good sir. This serve God. What is you doing? What is you doing, baby?
I just want to, like, there are members in groups that are just there to be hype.
And that was him.
And nothing, like, when they were kids and they're just like, yo, let's get together. We all rap. What about Freaky? Right. I mean, he can dance and shit for us. And then he was like...
And maybe he throws in like a few ad-libs or something, like...
I mean, my brother, he's in here. He was like Flavor Flav. I mean, Flavor Flav hits you with the, yeah, boy, like...
Boy, yeah, ad-libs. That
Freaky
iconic
Zeke,
ad-libs.
He don't do, like...
No. He was there.
The motherfucker in St. Lunatics that had the mask. I don't even know his name, but he was just there with the fucking half mask and shit. I forget his name, but he just be in that, like, St. Lunatics
I know
video.
what you're talking about. Like, I can hear his voice right now. It wasn't Murphy Lee. What was his name?
Don't make me...
Here nor there.
Yes. Don't make me look up St. Lunatics, because then they're going to get a hit on their Instagram and think they stars again. So we're just going to let them sit where they at.
Freaky was there. Like,
even the ants will do that.
Okay, so like one of the first questions, and I was just like, all right, after a while, because like
they refuse to follow. I
tuned in,
which is self-preservation.
Then I watched like all the snippets and the clips, and then I had to like rewatch. Like, I want to know, because I'm still wondering if I missed it. Where was J.R. Ryder? Yes, Kiwan. That was
okay.
his name.
Shout out to the Pitmasters hooking us up.
Thank you, Calvin. Yeah, but where was J.R. Ryder? Like, he was an integral part of Dipset because he actually could flow.
He had bars.
Like, yeah, he had bars. Like, he wasn't all like showmanship. Like, my man could spit, right. And that's what we needed in that versus. I mean, yes, we needed entertainment, but like Jada came to play no games. He pulled up. Styles P, he was doing his thing. Now that other one, what's his name? Sheik Lout. Sheik.
Of the three, he's the biggest dude, but he the worst of the three. You know what I'm saying?
Well, clearly.
So they slung him a couple verses in there to make it like, hey, he part of the group. Because
he's part of the squad. He's the roadie. He carries the bags.
He was here since day one. He was here since the shiny suits at Bad Boy and shit. But when Jada came out and Jada had Tim's and ain't none of Dipset had Tim's, I was like, Dipset already losing. Because Jewels came out there, he had a do-rag, a fitted, a bandana tied around the do-rag, a big-ass jacket on,
2 visors, 3 jackets, 4 t-shirts, 55 chains, a pair of jeans, skinny jeans at that.
All he had to do was come out with the thick, extra thick bandana tie. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
that was it. It was just
And all 33 teeth. All 33 of them.
Bro. And they put the, I guess they looked at the audience. They was like, we here, this New York. These motherfuckers want to hear. And I give them points for actually just coming out with the music and knowing all their lyrics. Because Dipset came out there rapping over actual, like they had a 6-disc CD changer and they just picked a song off their CD. It was like, we gonna rap over it.
It wasn't a 6-disc CD changer. Somebody was on the iPod, the original one, version 1, the one that came out in 2004, and they were just hitting the wheel trying to find the track. And if you were going to do that, I needed that version of Dipset to pull up to this versus. If you're going to pull out the archaic iPod to play the music, I need that version of Dipset to come perform this music. I don't need new school Dipset with retro, archaic, vintage shit going on in the background that literally nobody asked for.
I was sitting there, I was like, they losing bad. Like, they waited till the end to play the Dipset anthem, which is
right.
Like I love that song and whatnot, but at that
we
time,
should have started with that. That should have started this whole thing off. Like, to me, it bothered me because there were like so many hits that they could have pulled out of their bag, and then like you're missing key players of Dipset. They're not on stage, and then let's keep it a buck. Like, y'all dudes is like 58 years old now. And so it's just like, it's real cringy. And then it's like, you're also kind of like dressing sort of kind of like the era where you were like at your biggest, but you're trying to infuse it with like what's going on right now, but you're also a senior citizen. So the vibe it's cringe.
Jim Jones, I couldn't fuck with it. Like, even when he brought Ballin' out, I was just like, it don't hit the same, bro. Like,
it doesn't. It sounds corny now.
Like
and his hang time is not long enough for him to be singing that song. Like, I mean, I kind of appreciate that he brought like the braids or whatever, but his hang time was like real slight, like minimal. Like,
you know, when I was up, there was this statement. I think it was Pascal.
So Massey is in here. He's saying the Locks won because Jada said they was winning. Track for track, it's closer than experts think. So those of you who did watch it, I want to know, because I think they went 20. Was it 20 rounds?
It was supposed to be 20 rounds, and for some reason I feel like they cut it for how long that lasted, I feel like they went beyond 20. But it could have been all the talking that was going on, bro, and all the we're about to shut this down if y'all don't get it together.
My question is this, and it goes back to what you said earlier. Why was there so many people on the stage, bro? Why was there so, like, the Locks came up there, it was 3 motherfuckers. Like, there's 3 members of the Locks, 3 Locks. They was setting up beach chairs. They had a dude up there with no shirt on, and they was all like, "Yo, everybody, like only rappers on the stage, only artists on the stage. We are gonna we're gonna not do this if people don't get off the stage." And the one dude without a shirt that came up with Dipset was just standing there looking around like, I know.
I'm like, my God, they talking to you.
Yes.
You.
He sit up there like, damn.
What are you doing?
These guys better get off this stage, man, or we ain't gonna have a show. Like, my guy with no shirt. You. Like, just because you standing still don't mean they're not gonna see you. It's not.
He hit the mannequin challenge. He's like, they can't see me.
The roach challenge, like the roach technique is not happening, bro. Like, I see you, big dude with no shirt. Like, get off the stage, my G. What is this chair
Who
doing
are
up here?
you?
Yes. Who are you?
Whose man is this? Literally.
Yo, they came out there behind, like, it's like Olympics and shit, man. Like, their form was not good. Like, they could have did everything. Their appearance, or what is it, like whatever food challenge, like the food could probably taste good as shit, but if it looks trash, like you came up there with 80 people, bro, like who's rapping?
Like,
if Freaky
they didn't rehearse, it was so disorganized. It was like,
oh my God.
What that felt like is when somebody like pushed the button for their retirement, and now like the last day of them being in service has come. And it's like, hey y'all, so I'm about to leave out, like I'm about to retire after 26 years and I want to have a ceremony or whatever. Can we just go to the vehicle bay real quick or whatever? We'll just get together real quick and, you know, we'll do some things and then like that'll be that or whatever. But that's what I felt like. And you're just like, okay.
They knew about this battle though. I ain't trying to.
Right, like you've been advertising, you've been talking about it. Jim Jones been on IG nonstop, so it's like you knew that this was coming, and then like for all of that to happen and for it to be so chaotic and unorganized, and then y'all come and say, "Oh, by the way, we're doing a tour." A what? Like, are y'all gonna practice for that, or y'all just gonna keep pulling up? Every city, okay, this the venue, bet. The show starts at 8. Our tour bus is gonna pull up at 7:45. We're gonna say our prayer at 7:57, and we're gonna smoke our weed, and then we're gonna walk out and start the set at 8:13.
I need some dry runs. At least show up 2 hours before the show, like how they do
sound check,
like awards banquets. They just like, hey, all award nominees just show up 2 hours early so we can show you how to
where
walk
to sit.
through. Yeah.
Where
Like, at least give me that.
Get stage presence. Get familiar with the venue. Make sure your iPod version 1 actually works. Make sure that we have vintage cords that connect. Make sure your wheel turns like it's supposed to. Like, don't get me started.
It was bad. So before we move to the next topic, we had a podcast that ended up not being posted a while back because my hard drive shut down. And it was, remember the verses we were hyped for? And they were teasing us. Bobby Valentino and Pleasure P. Bobby V and Pleasure P. Remember that was supposed to be a versus for us. And we never got it.
I do.
So, I want to bring that back up and present this to the Pitmasters as well. If that versus comes to fruition, do you still think Pleasure P can beat Bobby Valentino? We'll give them 15 tracks. And he can't use Pretty Ricky shit. He got to use all Pleasure P shit.
Okay. We talked about this. The problem with this is neither one of them have 15 tracks to go in for. Like, you're not going to get, like, we're not going to negate this. We're not going to negate this, really. Like, no. There's not 15 tracks between the two of them to go head to head. Okay? We got the wee. Like, that's a feature.
He can't use that.
That doesn't even count.
He can't use that. I'm just saying,
So all he can do is turn the page and then be anonymous and tell somebody to slow down.
Bro, he got Tell Me. He got Gangsta Love. Look, y'all gonna quit acting like Bobby Valentino's first album did not have hits. That's what y'all not gonna come in here and do.
It did, but that was like 7 years ago. I don't remember the album. It was way back in the day.
And Pleasure Peace was yesterday?
I mean,
you acting like Pleasure
Peace been keeping himself relevant.
How?
Like going on tour, the Millennium Tour. So like he keeps himself relevant, and he's on Love and Hip Hop, fighting with Scallywags. But I still say neither one of them have 15 hits between the two of them to go hit for. Like it'll be like 5 versus 5, maybe. And at the end of the day, I'm still staying with where I stand. I'm still going to stand where I stand with this. I don't want to see this versus. Nobody asked for it.
You ain't tuning in?
Nobody. No.
You gonna sit there and lie to me? You gonna lie to me, Denise? I know you.
I'm not tuning in.
I know you. You finna.
I'm not tuning in on the live version of it.
Your comment.
When they're taking clips and they're gonna infuse that into a Love and Hip Hop like storyline, then I'll be there because I love my hood rat stuff. But am I gonna sit there and log into Versus live, a live stream? See, Pleasure P, the most slept on R&B artist of all time. You hear that? Of all time, They did him wrong.
One person. One person, and you gonna run to that like it was all like you fact checked. Deontay, you got the Good Sis out here just jumping to conclusions and shit. There's not another artist. There's not another. Jacquees is the most underrated, slept on R&B star of all. Jacquees? Queasy? Queasy? Queasy ain't? Oh, y'all sleeping on Queese. Y'all don't sleep on Queese.
Stop it.
Queese, bro.
No, stop it. You being a grade A troll right now. All I'm saying is like, even if it sounds like I'm jumping to conclusions. Oh,
I'm a troll.
Sammy's the most underrated.
Look at this. Look at this.
Sammy?
Here. Sammy?
I feel it. It says Sammy.
So you feel, but Jacquees ain't? Okay. I think
Jacquees remixes everybody's songs. Like,
Slim from 112 is the most underrated R&B singer. All right, I'm gonna stop. Because I'm losing credibility. But y'all know I'm joking. Y'all know I'm joking.
Because nobody has hopped on your bandwagon for Bobby V. Like nobody.
Because I wasn't announcing this shit. I wasn't announcing this shit.
That iconic S curl. We want to see this in the versus battle.
Oh, first of all, you act like Bobby V went on Millennial Tour with them as well. They hit up Bobby V to come on that tour.
I went to the show. I was there. But like Bobby V only got to sing like 2 songs.
How many songs did Pleasure P sing by himself?
Survive, and then he was like old, and he was like a little bit offbeat, and then like he wasn't even staying with his track while he was like.
Neither was Joel Santana, but you all about Dipset still.
But here's the problem. I just told you. I disowned Juelz. Like, Juelz could never be my imaginary baby daddy ever in life again. Like, I want to slap 19-year-old me for thinking that Juelz and I should have been a thing. I want to slap me. I want to go back in the past and slap me.
Oh, my God.
This crackhead that he evolved to, sis, what was you thinking? What was you thinking?
The Locks look like they've been taking care of themselves. I'm just saying.
This is true. And like, I feel like I gained a whole new respect for the Locks, for like their stage presence and like just their performance, everything. It was really dope. And there's a lot of things where I realized like as you get older, there's some things that you kind of slept on when you were younger. And then like as you get older, you can appreciate that. So like I can definitely appreciate the Locks. Dipset was a disappointment. However, it should have actually been if Dipset had just came prepared, it honestly would have been a very dope matchup.
Yes.
It would have been but it was just like too much hood antics. It was very obvious that they didn't prepare. It's like they woke up, smoked their weed, and then like the Palm Pilot went off. Like, oh shit, we got a verses to do. And then for y'all to end this and be like, oh, we're going on a tour. Why? Who asked for that?
You wouldn't go see Dipset
like,
in tour anymore?
Everybody will want to see the Lox. They don't want to see Dipset if y'all can't like get it together. And then let's get into Cameron trying to freestyle and everybody booing him. Let's get into that.
Ain't nobody trying to hear ooey gooey, computers putin', tooly tooly, holy moly.
I got the dooly dooly. It's that holy moly. I'm screaming showy showy. I'm in my bag now.
I'm like, you following up Kisses bars with this? Come on, bro.
But like, what's crazy? But like, that just goes to show, like, when you think about like going back when like both sets were like heavy in rotation, like their music was just like so different. No, that freestyle did not help. Like that freestyle that he tried to do, Cameron, I didn't even realize that he was trying to freestyle. Like I was like, is he doing spoken word? What is happening here? And then everybody's like booing him, and I'm just like, I don't know what's happening. What's going on, Cam? And then he just like play the next song. And I was just like, oh, he was trying to rap. Oh God.
Oh my God.
And let's be real. Unpopular opinion, I can't really say that I ever felt in my life that Cameron was a real rapper.
No.
Like, he made stuff rhyme, and he had great stage presence.
Yep.
And like his antics, like it got you high. It was fitting for
real
that
Harlem.
era.
He was real Harlem with his shit. Like,
yeah. He was a real Harlem, but
like
he wasn't
Dame
a lyricist,
Dash,
but he was Harlem.
Like Dame Dash, like, bro, this is me. You just mad because this is my life, bro. Like, and I'm a rap. I'm gonna do what I do. This is what I do. People fucks with it, and y'all mad because people fucks with it. And I'm just like, I like that fucking swag he got. You know what I'm saying? Wearing pink fur in a pink Range Rover. You know what I'm saying? Like, shit that dudes was not thinking was hard at the time. Like,
he made it hard.
Wearing pink Timbs with the pink, bro.
Yes.
People were like, yo, pink shit, this pink shit is tough. He made grown men think that pink was the tough shit, you know?
Yeah, he did.
I was looking for pink Timbs. I'm like, what is y'all? That's Hollywood shit, bro. Don't come to Eglin. Don't come to the NCO club in pink Timbs. Don't. Like, cause he do it. You can't.
That's him though. Like, but I will always give. You know what? I'm going to say something, and like, I don't want the world to be like, yo, what? Like, when I think of Cameron now, like just in this moment, I think of Soulja Boy and his antics.
Now?
Right. And I think like someone's like, maybe like Cameron crawled so Soulja Boy could run. Am I wrong? Cameron crawled so Soulja Boy could run.
Bars.
Or walk. Power walk. Whatever.
Message.
So I mean, I will always respect him, and I'm going to give him his flowers because he was dope for that era. And like even now, like his business acumen outside of this verses or whatever, it seems pretty. I mean, it's got some hood tendencies to it or whatever, but it's like hood polished. It works for him. He's still out here making money or whatever. Like he's still doing good. Like for what it's worth, Cam is the only one out of Dipset who is not completely like falling off.
Right.
Like Jim Jones, I mean, he's putting out music, and truth be told, I feel like Jim Jones has gotten better over the years. But then, you know, you got like your little housing incident, you know, your house getting foreclosed, and your girl is proposing to you, and she still won't marry you, and we're like 20 years later. So like things are not really looking too good for you, bro.
No.
And then you got Jewels, who just, I don't know, lean, crack, whatever it was, took out his whole teeth, the bottom row of teeth, in and out of jail. It's just like he fell off so much. And then there's like Cam is like the only one that like keeps it together. Like Cam is literally the glue. He keeps it together. I feel like Cam is just like still holding on to them because those were like his day ones, and it's like I don't want to quite let them go.
They're all his Meek Mills, and he's Jay-Z.
All of them.
It's like he's Jay-Z, and the rest of them is Meek Mills, and he's just like, we all grew up and shit. I can't let y'all go, you know, like fuck.
Like it's okay. Come along, guys. You can guys come on this one or whatever. You can fuck up this bag for me. Come on, guys. Like, I want to know what that talk was like. That debrief when that versus happened after it was over. I want to know what the debrief was.
No. It was no. So everybody in here, like, Cam can spit all that stuff. Okay, like he has some albums, like Purple Haze. I like that. Like he did have some trash ass songs on Purple Haze. It wasn't like a no skip album. But let's be honest, all the hip hop
beats, his production.
Where are y'all? Thank you. That will bolster my argument with Caitlyn between Kanye West and Dr. Dre. Like, who's the best producer or whatnot? But where are y'all seriously gonna try and put Cam on your top MCs list
of all time?
Where is he? Is he above Jadakiss? Because if y'all say Cam is better than Jadakiss, God bless you. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm gonna say. You know, bless his heart. Bless your heart is all I'm gonna say.
Bless his little sweet potato heart. That's the one that needs to be blessed.
All right, let's go to our next topic. So there was a music festival in Miami, I think a week ago.
Rolling Loud.
Yes. And DaBaby was steady making headlines throughout that whole festival. One show, I think it was probably the same show that we gonna talk about, but somebody threw a shoe at his ass. He hit him with the quick you know what I'm saying? Pop, duck, bob, weave. Hit him with that George Bush, you know, the dodge the shoe shit real quick. Pop back up and see what's happening. See if another shoe is coming, because usually they come in pairs. You know what I'm saying? So right. He was quick with it. But then he had a segment that he called crowd work, like trying to hype the crowd up. But what he chose to say to get the crowd excited was odd. And I quote, if you didn't show up today with HIV, AIDS, or any of them deadly sexually transmitted diseases that'll make you die in 2 to 3 weeks, put your cell phone lighter up. Then he said, ladies, if your pussies smell like water, put your cell phone lighter up. Then he ended it with, fellas, if you ain't sucking dick in the parking lot, put your cell phone lighter up. After he said that, because I would play the video, but I can't find it. I think whatever. But his hype man was just like, yeah, some of you dudes be sus. And I'm just like, what is the hype man doing? Like,
oh wow.
Like, I don't know if DaBaby went off script and the hype man was just like, I gotta fucking yell some shit. Yeah, because some of y'all be sus out there. I don't know what to say. Like, what the yeah, sucking dicks and shit. Fuck, man, what are you saying? Why are you saying this, baby? DaBaby. DaBaby. Or is it first name Duh? Duh. Mr. Baby. Mr. Baby, what are you doing on here? In the moment,
it was like his hype man was like, you know what?
We canceled.
That's my rapper.
That's my rapper. That's my rapper.
That's my rapper. I'm gonna stick beside him. I see it.
That's my rapper, yo.
I'm gonna stick beside him.
So, obviously, you say that. Nowadays, there's certain communities, groups of people you can't really fuck with, which it should be everybody. Don't fuck with anybody. But you can't mess with that LGBT. You know what I'm saying? You can't mess with them. You cannot mess with that right now. So he said that, and now all of a sudden it's just like he starts getting feedback on the internet. People are blasting him. So then he responds, like he does an IG live video, right? First of all, let me just tell you, if you're wondering what DaBaby's real name is, it's Jonathan Lyndale Kirk. Jonathan Lyndale.
It's Lyndale for me.
It's spelled Lyndal. Jonathan Lyndale. We out here.
Is it Lyndale or is it Lyndale?
Lyndale. I'm sounding it out.
Lyndale.
Lyndale. Because if it was Lyndale, I think they wouldn't have the A in it. It'd just be Lyndale. But that's
He's black.
just me.
That don't mean anything. He's black. It doesn't mean anything. We like to throw extra letters in there and say shit is silent. That it's there, but it's not really there. Like that doesn't mean anything. It could be Lyndale.
You low key right.
That sounds better than Lyndale.
Right. So he wasn't on IG Live. He did a reel or whatever. You know, when you hold the button and it gives you like it. So 19 video segments. He says, what I do at a live show is for the audience at the show. It'll never translate correctly to somebody looking at a little 5-6 second clip from their goddamn crib on their phone. It just don't work like that. Because regardless of what y'all motherfuckers are talking about and how the internet twisted up my motherfucking words, me and all my fans at the show, the gay ones and the straight ones, we turned the fuck up. He then goes on to say, shut the fuck up to those who weren't there and come watch me live. DaBaby also went on to say, even my gay fans don't have fucking AIDS. They don't have AIDS. My gay fans, they take care of themselves. They ain't going for that. They ain't no junkies. If I said you ain't sucking dick in the parking lot, put your cell phone light up. You know what my gay fans did? Put that motherfucking light up. He said my gay fans ain't going for that. They got class. They go to 5-star hotels if they gonna do stuff like that. They go back to the crib. They ain't trying to suck dick in parking lot. So, Good Sis. Say you're the PR person for DaBaby, right? Say you're the PR, the PR. You're his publicist. He has that shit at Rolling Loud. Obviously, you're like, bro, that's not a good look. We got to do damage control. He looks you in your eye and he tells you, nah, be nice. I got it. I'll fix it tonight. I'll do a live IG thing. He goes back in his hotel room, right? And then you get a notification. DaBaby added to his stories. You like, oh my God. And then you see him say shit like that. What you doing?
I'm resigning. The end. I'm resigning. Like, you can't fix stupid. You can't. Like, no. And I'll be damned if I'm a publicist and my reputation is going to be tied up with your mess. No, I'm resigning. And I'm going to let it be known. Like, I'm not going to be flying a flag like, hey, I'm not fucking with him. But I'm going to exit stage left. And you're going to know that I'm not with him. That's not my man's. I'm not sticking beside him. Because what you're not going to do is mess up my bag. Because how do you clean that up? No, I'm serious. Like, how do you clean that up?
Oh.
Like, so don't be wrong. Like, I saw the later tweet or whatever, and it was maybe like a couple of days later where they definitely try to really clean it up. And you're like, yo, that was definitely all his PR. That was not him. But you are like way too late. You're only putting these words out here at this point because now the bag is mussed up. Mm-hmm. Like, you're being dropped left and right. And that was just like, yo, like, my money's disappearing. So let me say something. But that was, no, that wasn't your energy before. It wasn't your energy that night. It wasn't your energy when you told me you were going to fix it and you even further fucked it up. No, I am resigning. I'm going to take my little PR skills and we're going elsewhere. We are going to go to somebody who has dignity and class and is not going to make me look like an ass. Because what I'm not trying to do is work that damn hard trying to clean up your mess. No. I quit.
So the apology you're talking about, he just posted a picture of text on his IG. And it
yes,
says,
that one.
It says, social media moves so fast that people want to demolish you before you even have the opportunity to grow, educate, and learn from your mistakes. As a man...
And let me pause you right there.
Okay.
Did they have like a brainstorming session? Like, did they all meet up in a conference room and they sat around the round table and they're like, well, what words should we use? What choice words do we think that will really get to the viewers and make them change? It's like, what's going to pull at their heartstrings? Yeah. How are we going to turn this around? Like, you had to have a serious brainstorming session when this happened. Mm-hmm. But, like, why y'all wait so late? Why y'all wait till like 8 festivals has kicked your ass off the tour and now all your money gone? Like, why? Now you want to come through? Hell, even Miley Cyrus is reaching out to your ass. Talking about, I'll educate you. I'll teach you. I'll show you the way.
Because she been through that shit too. Miley's been drugged before. She was like, I'll teach you how to recover from being dragged.
But at the same time, Miley has been drugged, but she's recovered. But we know why she recovered.
We do. But so DaBaby then says, as a man who had to make his own way from a very difficult circumstance, having people I know publicly working against me, knowing that what I needed was education on these topics and guidance has been challenging. I appreciate the many people who came to me with kindness, who reached out to me privately to offer wisdom, education, and resources. That's what I needed, and it was received. I want to apologize.
Where was that appreciation when you doubled down?
Hold on. I want to apologize to the LGBTQ plus community for the hurtful and triggering comments I made. Again, I apologize for my misinformed comments about HIV/AIDS, and I know education on this is important. Love to all. God bless. DaBaby. Like, he didn't even say Lyndale. He didn't say...
Why would he?
I mean, you can't be this serious and be like, I'm trying to really be DaBaby. Like, that just throws it all off.
With gratitude and love, Jonathan. That's how he should have signed it.
Yes, Mr. Kirk. What I would have done, this is just me, take the I want to apologize portion, put that first, because he out here trying to make it look like he's a victim of people coming at him wrong instead of educating him. Son, like you said, Denise, this man doubled down later that night on IG saying, my gay fans, they fuck with me. They don't have AIDS and shit. Like
he really was on some I said what the I said energy.
Come see my live show and you'll understand why I said them ignorant ass things. Like, I'm gonna go to his concert and be like, I mean, it's not that ignorant in person, you know, like I fucks with him now.
Like, it's not that bad. It's cool. Like, it doesn't impact me because he's not talking about me. Like,
right. I mean, let's just talk about crowd work. I've been to a few rap concerts. Mm-hmm. There's classic lines like, put your motherfucking hands up. If you got a $20 bill, put your hands up. You got a $100 bill, put your hands up. All my single ladies, put your hands up. It's not hard to get people who pay to come see you excited to see you. Yes. I don't know why he decided to.
If you're not sucking dick in the parking lot, put your phone up.
Nigga, that's me. He's talking about me. Cause like, if I'm there,
like I qualify.
Like you know what I'm saying?
Like
if I'm there as a straight dude who doesn't suck dick at any locations, do I put my phone up, or is that gonna make me look bad that I'm putting my phone up?
It makes you look bad because it depends on who else is in the audience. Because it's like, oh,
but now I feel pressured.
With ignorance, and you're like, but it's not that I'm down with this ignorance. It's just that I qualify for the statement. Like, I don't stick in the parking lot, so I can raise my hand.
Like I don't want people, like if I don't put my phone up, I don't want people to think that they can come to me after the show and think that I'm I don't want any. I just don't want confusion. Like now I'm pressured. Right. Like everybody is looking around at that point. Like he's like, if you ain't sucking dick, put your phone up. And like I'd be like, I don't want people looking at me thinking I suck dick in the parking lot. Therefore, DaBaby, I don't do that. DaBaby, I don't do that. You know,
right? But you're also like, but at the same time, it's like you have to, you know, like I'm putting my phone up, but like I just want to clarify, like I don't agree with how egregious this is sounding coming across. Right. You know, and for those of you who are offended, like I'm so sorry that you're offended or whatever, but I just wanted to clarify and I just want it to be known that you know, like I'm not in the parking lot, so like I'm gonna stick my phone up real quick, like.
Yes.
This is just okay. Long enough. Okay, phone's down.
This is just the literal sense, guys. In the literal sense, I don't suck dick in the parking lot. I'm not saying nothing's wrong with it. I'm just letting him know that I do not do that. Okay.
Like I don't do that. Like I don't partake. But it's just like, but even in that, like people are going to be offended.
Yes. And then to come on IG and just be like, my gay fans, they don't have AIDS. Like, do you not know if you have fans who have AIDS? Like you have fans across the world, my guy. Them? It's like girl Jackie said.
Are they filling out surveys when they come to the show? Like, okay, check this block if you are gay. Check this block if you've been tested for HIV or AIDS. Check this block if you're negative. Yes. Check this block if you're positive. When was the last time you had like that's not happening. We're not doing surveys to come to the show. So for you to grossly generalize that your gay friends are like high class and smashing in 5-star hotels, like no. Like your music appeals to like a lot of people, but let's not front. It also appeals to like hood people. And there's like hood gay people. And I guarantee you they're not in 5-star hotels away, like discreetly.
Like how does he
doing
know?
What they do?
Like why would you assume? Like if I was a gay fan, like I'd be like, bro, like I'm in this Hampton Inn with my dude. You know what I'm saying? Like
I'm at the Red Roof Inn at Econo Lodge, whatever. Like you don't know these things.
I flew all the way down here. I can't afford the 5-star joint. Like where I get my shit at, bro. Just fucking rap. Give me some shit with some bop in it.
I came here to see you rap. I didn't come here to have you analyze my life.
Bring out the Jabberwockies, man. Just do your bop song. Bring the Jabberwockies out. Let them hit their little move. You know what I'm saying? You know, and then let's just move on.
That's all we wanted to see you do. We just wanted to see you bop.
Now
we did not want to put our phone.
You probably got
anything.
People in there, like ladies. If your pussy tastes like water, put your head. Now all the dudes looking at the females like, I noticed you ain't put your phone up. You know what I'm saying?
So you don't taste like water, and like that's such like even coming from a female, that's such an unrealistic expectation. I mean, like,
bro, he was just saying shit, bro, and his hype man was just like
out here smelling like water. Water doesn't smell like anything.
Water. Like, what am I supposed to do? Like his hype man is just out there. Aquafina, the Dasani.
Aquafina. Fiji over here, sis. I get mine from the volcanic waters from Iceland. That's what mine smells like. Oh, mine smells like Deer Park. Mine smells like tap water. Like, nobody's saying that. Nobody's going to admit to that.
Who out here with that Brita?
You send them girls in the way because this is like, oh gosh.
Bro. And then before we move on, let me just say, how outdated is this motherfucker's knowledge on AIDS and HIV where he's like, if you get it, you dying in 2 weeks? Like,
first of all,
last time I heard people that scared of AIDS was the 80s, where they was just like, you got AIDS? Sorry. Start your fucking, start your funeral arrangements right now. You know, like bro,
Magic Johnson is still here.
Pay very close attention.
Looking healthier than he did when he had it, or before he had it.
And truth be told, like, I mean, I may not be up on the latest and greatest, but I can't think of any celebrity where it's just like, ooh, this person has AIDS. And we're like, oh shit, we gotta prepare for them to die. Like, probably because people are not just out here announcing, like, hey world, I've got AIDS.
Right. I mean,
we're not like in that era.
There's commercials for like pharmaceuticals and stuff.
That like hella drugs.
With, yes, bro, all the commercials, and they tell you all the side effects and shit. Just like with all the depression pills and stuff. Like, there's things you can get to help you with that, to where you're not like. And now he's like, oh, I needed that education. Like, that's the move you should have said as soon as you got off stage and was like, damn, I was caught up in the moment. I was just saying some shit. Don't double down and just be like, my gay
I would have turned to my hype man, like, yo, hey, bro, like, what I said, was that accurate? No?
On stage?
Hey, guys, my bad. So I just want to rewind, and let's just go back in time real quick. And, yeah. So I didn't mean what I said. Like, I mean, I said what I said, but I didn't mean what I said. Let's just pretend I didn't say it. That would have been a good time to do that, but, like, you did it. And then you doubled down. Like, nah, I said what I said. And then all of these left and right, they're just like, canceled. DaBaby will not be performing in our lineup. We're going to replace him. DaBaby will not be performing in our lineup. We're going to cancel him. DaBaby will not be performing in our lineup. We're going to cancel him. Like, one of the shows that I'm going to in Vegas in November, it's called Day in Vegas. It's a 3-day music festival. DaBaby was on opening night. Kendrick Lamar is the headliner, and DaBaby was like one of the second headliners or whatever for the show. And he's been replaced with Roddy Ricch. And I was just like, damn. Not that I was disappointed, because I mean, it's not like I was going to this festival to see DaBaby, but I would have bopped with him and shit or whatever. Right. Had he not said what he said, now I can't even bop with it. I can't even bop with you. You out here fucking up the bag. But then, like, but I also want to like touch in slightly and like just have the audience like weigh in. Wrong is wrong, absolutely 1000%.
Yep.
But are we going to sit here and not act like these festivals are not capitalizing on what it is that he did wrong? Because for every last one of them to be like, we don't stand by this, we don't support this, we don't support this, we don't support this, we don't support this. I mean, I get it, it's politics.
Yep.
Because like, if you're just kind of like, well, I mean, he didn't do that shit at our show or whatever, then everybody's gonna look at you sideways like, oh, you support him? And I say everybody, but I say that very loosely, because how many people are really going to be thinking like that?
Right.
Was there enough people up in arms, is that angered, is that upset to warrant this snowball that he's pretty much formed for himself? Now, don't get me wrong, what he said was very offensive. Absolutely. Mm-hmm. A different time, if it wasn't now, with how like in tune I feel like everybody is now, and like how much people analyze the words that come out of people's mouths, and like people are thinking more so than they did back then or whatever. Like, if he said some shit like that back in like in the 90s or whatever, like, it would have flew. Hell, if he said that shit back in like 2015, it probably still would have flew. Like, he wouldn't have been canceled. But in 21, it's a little bit different. He's definitely getting canceled. But I'm not going to sit here and act like I don't think that these music festivals aren't capitalizing off of that. And it was like, almost like on some clout type shit or whatever. It's like one festival did it. It's like, okay, now all of a sudden everybody's like, well, we don't stand by this. We don't stand by this. And we don't stand by this. And we don't stand by this. And it's just like, if this hadn't been blown up and reached the masses via social media the way that it did, would all of y'all been canceling him for what he'd said?
You know what? This is what I got from it. If he had said that while a beat was playing, it'd be no problem. But the fact that he said that off the top of his head, like, this is my first shit, yeah. Because DMX has been saying rapping homophobic shit for years, and motherfuckers been rocking with him. Rappers nowadays will say some shit talking about, you know, homophobic type shit, but because it's part of the song, it's all good. Now you say that without a beat in between songs, and now people are just like, wait, is that how he really feels? Because everybody looks at the song like, you just rapping that shit because it's what's hot. But now there's no song playing and you speaking off the top of your head. You're just like, huh? Is that how you feel?
That's what we're doing, my guy.
Yeah.
Like, that's what your little brain rights gathered together to give you to
of
spit
all
out.
The things, this man has done numerous live shows and has never said some shit like that because this shit would have been everywhere. So I'm like, what was it about Rolling Loud?
I would have rather him said some ignorant shit about COVID.
Yes.
Like, at least you would have still had your bag. Like, everybody wouldn't have been canceling you. I mean, people are still going to feel away, but like, you really went places. You went places and it wasn't even a relevant place to go.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we're in a day and age where women are not running around trying to have their vagina smell like water. Like, they know it's a self-cleaning organ. It's going to do what it does. The doctors tell us not to douche and not to put like all kinds of fancy soaps and things up there or whatever.
As a man who has announced, like, DaBaby has been on notice of having sexual relations with women.
So like, we know that you know it is small water.
Like, he has to know that that's not a thing.
It's not a thing.
He has to know that that's not a thing. So for him to say that, it's like, what? Okay.
And then, like, it's 2021. Who is out here just advertising to the world there's sucking dicks in the parking lot? I feel like that was a thing, like, in the 80s. Maybe the 90s.
I'm pretty sure that
and
shit still happens.
Caught in, like,
but
some
I mean, if
sketchy,
it happens,
like, alleyways or whatever.
If it happens,
but, like, that's not even relevant. It's not a relevant activity that people are just out here doing. It's not.
I'm sure that shit happens. HIV I'm sure
or AIDS
are doing
I'm not saying they're not.
No. I'm just saying, like, the way he said it, like, why is that the thing you grab to say?
Where did that come from?
Yeah.
And then for you to be like, oh, if you don't got HIV or AIDS and you ain't about to die, or STD that's going to kill you in 2 to 3 weeks, my guy, nothing kills you in 2 to 3 weeks now. Nothing. There's pills for everything.
Yeah,
you went places. I have to wonder, like, was he high? Maybe he was on shrooms.
Under the influence of some shit.
Under what? I mean, it was Rolling Loud. Like, what kind of loud did you smoke?
I'm pretty sure this man has been high on stage. Like, this man is out here doing shows. And I've seen him get the crowd hyped by having not to say anything. Standard. Put your motherfucking hands up. DaBaby comes out, Bop starts playing, the crowd is hyped. DaBaby comes out, whatever baby, like, I don't fuck with DaBaby all like that. Bop's the only song I really fucks with that he got. But he come out to whatever, you know, the joint where he was dressed as the mailman, slinging fucking letters all over the place and the thing. They fuck with that shit. You know, people will be like, oh, it's DaBaby. I'm just like, you know, he's cool. I just know he beat up that one rapper in the mall and he has the bop. That's all I know. But I'm just, but I know you've done shows.
Stereotypes from the 80s to get the crowd hyped. Like, think about it. If, like, I'm gonna put it in perspective. Like, the type of people that were at Rolling Loud, some of them were not even alive when these stereotypes that he just threw out there arbitrarily were a thing. Like, think about that. They weren't even alive. Like, they were just, you know, swimming along, whatever they were doing. They weren't here in the human form.
They're just chilling.
They're just chilling somewhere over the rainbow. But like that was just like, it was so ignorant. And then to double down on it. So it's just like, all right, cool. You're cool with fucking up your bag. Me, publicist, I'm out.
Yep.
But now you're getting canceled. And so now you're all, thank you for all the kind words and people reaching out and being like, dude,
this is what
you went to school just like we went to school. And even when we went to school, and DaBaby's not as old as us. DaBaby is younger. Like, he's probably in his 20s. I think he's like in his 20s.
He's a baby.
So I know that you went through school when they were teaching you that this shit that you just threw out there arbitrarily is not a thing. Like, I know that. I know know in your health class that they told you the vagina does not smell like water. I know that. I know it. I know it.
I just, it's one of those things where I'm like, I don't want people to just be like cancel culture, because all it is companies are making what they feel to be the smart move to protect their profits. It's not like the people are not canceling it.
Yeah.
It's the corporations are like, bro, you are fucking this shit up because people are upset with you. And if they're upset with you, they probably won't come to our shows and our festivals. And that's fucking up the company's bag. So we respectfully, people always be mad. People are so fucking this, that, and the third. I'm just like, if something was to fuck with your money and you can stop it from fucking with your money, you're going to stop it from fucking with your money.
Very true.
And nobody's gonna look at you, and you're gonna sit there and defend it like it's my fucking money. I don't want to lose it for no reason. So that's my whole thing on cancel culture. People are like, oh, these snowflakes are canceling people. No, businesses are like, we don't want to lose money. It's a money business.
This is true.
It's money
but
business.
I also have to wonder, like playing devil's advocate.
Yeah. How
many of these festivals were going to lose money just because DaBaby was on the lineup? He's one of hundreds of artists that's scheduled to be at these festivals, and it's not like he's not even the headliner. Yeah. I mean, I can understand from a business aspect why they made the moves that they made or whatever. It's all corporate, it's financial. Mm-hmm. But if we're not riding the wave of like, because they're doing it and we don't want to look some type of way, like we support this, so we're going to take a very drastic stand. Like, do you do that for everybody? Is everybody getting the same canceled energy? Are we just out here picking and choosing?
I would feel. I think it's like, and we'll move to the next joint. But I feel like when the Black Lives Matter movement was going on, and all these companies changed their profile pictures and was doing all this other stuff, and it was just like, we gotta make it seem like we care, so nobody can look at us and be like, you don't care. You know what I'm saying? Right. So it's like, we got to do some shit. And I think all these festivals, like, when they come back around next year, DaBaby will be on their shit. But it's too hot right now to put him on that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's too hot to
he's
fuck
done.
Right now.
He's done for the rest of 2021. Right. Like, I feel like anything that he was scheduled to be on at this point, he's done for the rest of this year. Yeah. I mean, but he allegedly got a little baby on the way with that little Danny Lay girl or whatever. So he could just sit down, focus on being a father, regroup, get educated, go get some. Huh?
Is that because she just be all on her Instagram posting these maternity pictures, which, I mean, you're beautiful and all that, but I'm just like, I know you're pregnant. You posted this picture yesterday.
They were together, and so like that's the cancel culture deal too. So long story short, like, she was on the internet kind of like verbally sparring with his first child's mother. And then she made an ignorant song called Yellow Bone Is What He Wants, referring to the DaBaby.
Yes.
And when it offended a lot of women.
Yes, it did.
Because it's just like, oh, that's what we're doing. And then he was like, oh, I can't get jiggy with this shit. And then he left her. And then the next thing we knew, there was these rumors that she was pregnant. And she probably was pregnant when she made this dumbass song or whatever. But now that she's about to give birth or whatever, she's just revealing to the world. Now, she has not said, she's not formally claimed him. She's dropped little hints and stuff. It was just like, right. Well, we know that you two were together. And all the rumors about you being pregnant started to surface like right after he just distanced himself from you. And so my thing is like this. If Mr. DaBaby, Jonathan Lyndale, whatever you want to call yourself, if you had enough common sense and wherewithal to distance yourself from your girlfriend because she made an ignorant statement and you did not want that to be a reflection of you, so you distanced and you actually broke off that whole entire relationship, what made you just get up on stage and just throw a whole bunch of arbitrary fallacies on stage from the 80s
that loud
to an audience at Rolling Loud? Probably wasn't even alive when half the shit that you were throwing out there was considered to be a thing. Like, are we just picking and choosing what we got sense?
Obviously not. But I am willing to see how long people are just like, I can't fuck with DaBaby. Because like I said, I really don't fucks with his music. I don't really follow him too much. Like, I'm not an old head, but there's a certain line where I just stopped following rappers and artists.
Yeah.
And he's on the other side of that shit. So I hope everything turns out. I hope he really learns and grows from this and becomes, a better person all around. Or he just holds his ground.
Lyndale just needs to focus on being a dad. He needs to be a father.
All right. Jonathan Lyndale, I wish you the best. If you want to come on the smoke pit, clear the air, you're more than welcome. DaBaby, you're a friend of the podcast. Stop by anytime. We'd love to have you on. Support your Carolina brothers.
I have questions for you, Lyndale, but
okay.
Go on.
All right. And then finally, as you know, the Olympics are going on. The first week is in the bag. I think closing ceremonies is tonight or tomorrow or whatnot. So Olympics are over. Biggest headline while I was on leave last week is world famous gymnast, probably the best gymnast of all time, Simone Biles, all 4'10", 9 of her, whatever she is, decided to bow out of the team competition for her last couple of vaults or whatnot, because she did one vault, landed kind of wrong, and was just like, I'm not in the right mindset to do this. I don't want to do this. And the minute she said that, all of America, which probably 99.99% of them cannot do the shit that she does, called her a quitter.
Let's just round that up to 100%.
Okay, because I mean, there's her, so I can't say, and there's probably some gymnast out there who is undiscovered yet, who is practicing her shit and will probably be able to do some of the tricks she's doing. So I'm gonna just leave that possibility out there. I'm gonna just leave the possibility, because the gymnast that's doing that is probably not telling her she quit, because they know how dangerous that shit is, right?
Right.
But the outcry of America saying that this woman quit, she should have quit or bowed out of the Olympics in the first place because she cost us a gold medal. I do appreciate her teammates on the U.S. team saying we back her and support her, and that us not winning a gold is not a priority out here. Her health is. And everybody's just like, that is 100% a priority. Like, there's this one dude, I don't want to give him any shine, but he had a video and he has like a following of people who agree with the shit he says, as far as when you're on Team USA, your number one priority is to bring a gold back to the United States. That is what you owe us. You definitely owe us that for going there, representing, wearing the red, white, and blue. You 100% owe us this. You guys are entitled and all this other stuff. And he starts getting to this younger generation snowflake type stuff. And I'm just like, you talk about entitled, my guy. Here's the thing. You sound very entitled, thinking that because they're over there, these 14, 15, young 20, you know what I'm saying? These kids are over there. You are
literally kids
projecting the pressure as you sit on your couch and watch these people flip and end up being in a position to where they can become paralyzed. She says her mind's not in it. She doesn't want to flip and do 8 backflips and 2 twists in the air when her mind is not right, because that's not safe. And you big man. Like, what is it like? What is
you would rather her potentially injure herself chasing a gold medal.
For you. That's not yours.
For you.
That's not yours.
Sitting on your couch. In Cheetos. Really.
You look like the type to eat flaming hot Cheetos too. I ain't gonna say
don't lump him in. Nah. He eats them non-brand Cheetos.
But the cheese doodles. That's what he be.
What?
But it's the mindset of people like that, to where they they elevate, because I think who's the tennis player that also bowed out of tournaments?
Naomi Osaka.
Yes. She was just like, bro, I'm not in it. I'm not into it. I'm gonna just sit out these things. I'm gonna sit these tournaments out and get my mind right. She just quit. She can't handle the pressure. She this, that, and the third. What are you doing out there? Sponsors are paying you to go. Like, the sponsors are backing Naomi. Like, Nike was just like, Naomi, do what you need to do. Get your mind right.
Right.
World Tennis Association, get your mind right. Come back, because the game ain't the same without you.
Right.
Random ass fans who are just watching the shit. You owe us. We pay money to watch you. We tune in. The ratings in. How I used to. Bro, they don't owe you shit. Like, I don't know why people just don't understand. You're not owed anything from these people.
And for me, my question a lot of times when I hear stuff like this is like, do you have the same energy for yourself? For whatever your employment is, whatever it is that you choose to do day in and day out, however it is that you're bringing home money, supporting your family. If you need to take a knee, are you letting other people say, you can't take a knee? We need you here. Everything's going to fall apart if you're not here. Meanwhile, if I am here and my head's not into it, depending on what it is that my job is or whatever, might injure myself. I might end up in jail. We might be in jail. Like, team effort, we, Team USA, we're going to jail together. Because, like, I'm messing up the money. Like, do you have that same energy? And it's like, you probably don't. But it's okay for you to have this because somebody's on a higher pedestal and they're like a superstar.
Mm-hmm. I don't know.
In a world where right now, where we are starting to put priority on taking our mental health seriously, the last thing that I would expect is for people to gang up on somebody for noticing that something is not right and they're taking a knee and they're taking a step back to try to get themselves together. Like, you should be applauding that.
Yes. Yes.
Because I'm sure there are people who are telling you to do the same, like whatever your occupation may be. And, some people are like, okay, you know what, maybe I'm going to take a knee. Some people are like, no, I'm strong in this. I can keep pushing, I'm good or whatever. I don't need to do that. Whatever the case may be. But you should applaud people for recognizing that things are not good and taking a stand to try to fix it before things get worse. But you're so entitled from your couch with these cheese puffs talking about you owe us. No the fuck I don't. You can kiss my ass. The end. Like, you get your big ass out here, flip these flips and go on the vault.
The biggest point that they were trying to make is she should have known that she had mental health issues prior to the Olympics. So she should have bowed out.
And that's very unfair because her aunt passed away when she got there. You don't just project that or predict in advance that, somebody in my family that I'm close to is going to pass away. Now, don't get me wrong. There were other things that led up to her mental health being or whatever. I feel like the passing of her aunt was probably the straw that broke the camel's back. I feel like she has just been pushing and pushing and pushing along with everything that she had going on. And she's like, if I can just make it through this or whatever, we'll be good to go. And then we can stop training and I can take my downtime and then I can recuperate, refresh and get back in the game. And I think her aunt passing away was the straw that broke the camel's back. And then I applaud her for being like, no. For realizing I can't do this and it is okay for me to take a step back. I'm almost 35 years old and I struggle with being able to take a knee and take a step back and just reevaluate things and putting too much into things. And it's just very, very important to take your mental health seriously. We spent so many years and decades where we neglect that type of thing or whatever. I'm proud of this generation for taking a stand. Some people look at it they're just overly sensitive. And I'm like, no, I'm not going to say they're sensitive. I'm going to say that they have the wherewithal to acknowledge what we've been putting away, pushing away in our past for years.
Yes. Yeah, and I was having that conversation with my dad because he found out about it, and he was on the so you're telling me you're all the way there. Competition started. You mess up on the vote, and now you have, and I'm just like, nobody just picks and chooses when mental health just,
like it just hits you. It'll be something that just like triggers you.
Chances
you can't control those triggers.
Chances are, like you said, she was fighting through it because she felt the pressure. I need to bring the gold back. People are expecting me to do this. When you start putting other people in front of your own mental health and your own safety, that's a problem. So for her to figure it out then, before she really got hurt, because everybody's talking about the one gymnast back in '96 who had the broke ankle and went and vaulted anyway, and stuck or landed and got enough points for the U.S. to win the gold. Everybody's like, yeah, she's a hero. If you look at everything afterwards, she never did gymnastics again because her ankle was so messed up. She wasn't able to do any of that stuff. So her gymnastics career was cut way short.
Right.
And all these things, like, just because she won the gold medal for the U.S. and now that's all she's known for is like, hey, thanks for doing that in '96. You know, that's all people know her. Like, Simone has the rest of her life to think about sponsorships, endorsements, possibly being a coach, all this other stuff. Like, she don't have time to worry about what other people think. And all these athletes, anybody who is watching this or listening to this, take care of yourself. You know what I'm saying? Don't let other people put pressure on you to do stuff if you know you're not in the right mindset to do it. You know what I'm saying? Take care of yourself, because they're going to run you ragged.
Because they're not going to be there to like take care of you like when you fall. Yes. They're not going to be there. Like, they literally can't take that injury or that pain and absorb it themselves away from you, so you don't have to deal with it because they put that pressure on you or whatever. All they're going to be able to offer you is condolences or, oh, my bad, I'm sorry I pushed you that far.
Yes.
And what are those simple words going to do for you when your whole life has now been altered or changed?
Right. Because that mistake probably cost that gymnast in '96 possible millions in endorsements and future Olympics and world championships and all this other stuff, because she just wanted to win a gold for the country. And that blind patriotism. That's what it's about.
There was another story, similar, but I believe the gymnast, like, she was from Russia. She got injured or whatever, and I think it had to deal with the Olympics. I don't remember the year, but like the pictures were super fuzzy, so probably like the 80s or whatever. And they pressured her to like get out there, and it's just like, you know, suck it up, you know, you got to get us a medal for our country or whatever. And she went out there, she did something, she landed horribly, but she ended up paralyzing herself, and she died.
Oh, damn.
Shortly after, but like by age 43, 48 or whatever, like she passed.
Complications from the injury.
Like that, probably. And her coach was like pushing her or whatever. And it's just like, when that happens, like, you got all this pressure, like, oh, you need to get back out there or whatever. The team's counting on you. You need to get this medal. And we're like, yo, we're talking about my life. And like these young girls, like, they get scared and just like, okay. And they absorb all this pressure. And again, when they injure themselves or they get hurt or something happens or whatever, all these people who are putting pressure on them, you can't absorb that pain for them. You cannot take that pain away from them. All it would have been
is, ooh, all the way here from America. God.
Exactly.
Oh, that's so bad. That's terrible. She shouldn't have done that. If she knew, she should have just bowed out.
Exactly. But if something were to happen to Simone, she should have bowed out.
Yep.
But because she's like, you know, I'll gamble, I'll take this risk. I'm going to bow out now where I'm in good health and still be able to do something later on, instead of risking ending it all right here. Now, like, you have this sense of entitlement. Ooh, child. These people here in America, I just can't.
It's I don't know, because I'm 40. And I feel like I'm an outlier in 40 because I see stuff like that. I'm like, bet. I see progression being made. I see people like, hey, I identify as this. I want to be called a she and not a he. I'm like, cool. I will call you she, her, whatever. Because it's not changing my life. It's not doing anything to me. And it makes this person feel better. Okay. Here come everybody else. You were born with a penis. I'm not calling you that. What is it? What is you calling her? Her.
How does that hurt you?
How is that fucking with your life right now, bro? Like, what does
that do for you specifically? Like, how is this affecting you that you just feel like I've got to go out of my way to just not? Like, does it cost you any money? Are we taking money from you for this?
And that's why people look at me like, man, this generation nowadays, they just don't. I'm just like, so what the fuck? Like, what do you mean? Like, don't act like participation trophies have not been a thing since the fucking 80s. Because I remember we had the president's physical whatever challenge or whatever when I was in elementary school. And there was a first, second, third. And then everybody else got participation ribbons. So, I mean, it's like everybody got some shit. So it's not like... That's why America is so soft now, because everybody gets a trophy and shit. I'm just like, I don't think that's why it's soft. I think it's, you're mad that all the stereotypes and stuff that y'all were raised up on, people ain't buying it no more. Like,
yeah,
it is what it is now. And all you can focus on really is your life, what you can control. If somebody else wants to be called her or identify as this, that, and you can call them that and easily be on your way, carry on with your day, do it. Why is it such a big deal? Older, what are they called? Boomers? I don't even know if I'm that. I know.
No, you're not a boomer.
I'm like an elder millennial. I'm like an elder millennial because I think it's like 79, 80 because I was born in 80.
Yeah.
But I'm looking at this shit and I'm just like, so what? Motherfuckers don't know how to hunt. I mean, it's not. Y'all acting like y'all are men of the woods and of the earth. Y'all are out there with high-powered fucking caliber bows and guns. Like, if you was out there with a knife jumping out of a tree, killing a bear, then yeah, I'd be like, well, fuck it, you bout that life. But I don't know how to hunt. That doesn't make me less of a man, but some people look at it that way. I don't know why. If you don't like sports, oh, you're not a real man. Why the fuck not? You just don't like sports. What the fuck? Oh, you like music and not sports? You're gay. These are literal conversations that I've had with people, talking to people at the same table.
Yeah.
What's your favorite team? Oh, I don't have one. You don't watch sports? No.
What's wrong with you?
I'm into music. I have guitars and stuff. That's gay. Is it? Is it gay? Everybody who plays music is gay? Like, what is wrong with you?
It's obviously not, but that's just, to me, people being hung up on traditional gender roles. And it's time to expand that. Like, what you grew up and what you knew to be true as a gender role is no longer like the norm. It's time for you to just accept that. But that's a different conversation, and it's very difficult for people to do because, like, you're gonna take me down a rabbit hole. There's so many things that I could talk about when it comes to this. But what it boils down to is just like traditional gender roles that people came up on, and now we're evolving, and they're not ready to evolve with the changing of times.
I agree. Hey, Caitlin, you still watching? Black, let's when you get back, or because I'm TDY next week too. We would like to have you back on the show because I would really want to dive in and talk about some serious shit like that. Because I know a lot of the times we come here, we like to have fun and joke because it's the weekend and shit. But I feel like these are discussions that need to be had, you know, with all the people here and shit. So we'll probably reach out to you again to come back and talk about that because that's been something that's been bugging me. And like I talked to my dad and I started seeing it in him, and I'm just like, But you, my dad, you ain't supposed to be ignorant. You know what I'm saying? Like,
up, there was this statement.
you supposed to be all
you look up to them like, there's no way that you would think like this,
like
whatever.
My dad
but then you have to remind yourself
to be all inclusive, like to love everybody, to not, like as long as you ain't doing me wrong, live your life, bro, sis. Live your life. And now it's just, it's super generational, and I'm happy for this generation that they're just not abiding by the old bylaws and traditions and shit. They're just like, nah, fuck that. This is fucked up. And it started, I think, the big awakening, the great awakening, or what, the resurgence of this shit was all the shit that happened last year with the Black Lives Matter thing. Like, people are just like, you know what? This shit is getting out of hand. When it wasn't just black people speaking up on it, everybody was coming out, shutting down whole blocks of metropolises and shit. Like, it's just, thank you guys.
Yes.
So now I'm just like, you guys came out here for me and my people, my community. I'm here for your community as well. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, fucking, and it's for anybody, because up in Mesa, there was a white dude who was shot by a cop for no reason, And I'm just like, bro, we should be out here for him too. Like, it's not just me. Like, I will march for this motherfucker too. Like, wrong is wrong, and I'm glad people are starting to speak out and be like, that is fucking wrong. That's wrong. You can't say that shit because that's fucked up. Like, freedom of speech, yeah, you're not going to jail, but you are not free from the consequences of the shit you say freely. True. You ain't in jail, but you ain't making this bag, baby. Or, I'm sorry, Lyndale. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Lyndale.
Freedom of speech, bro. Nobody's locking you up. Police ain't coming to you. But your bag is fucked. That's consequences. People just need to know that.
There's repercussions for every decision and action that you take, so think wisely. Some of these repercussions may not come to fruition right then and there. It might come to fruition later on down the line. It might be a secondary or tertiary side effect of what it is that you chose to do. But there's a repercussion for every decision that you make.
Facts. Facts. That is a message from the Good Sis.
The Good Sis.
The Good Sis. Did you copyright that yet? You need to go ahead and get that copyright for somebody's.
No, the Good Sis was already a thing prior to me adopting it. I just like talking about myself in the third person and referring to myself as the Good Sis.
I was like, man, she got a whole moniker and everything. She next level. She ready.
No, that was a popular thing. Like, a lot of women were referring to themselves as like the Good Sis, the Good Sis this, the Good Sis that. And I was like, well, I'm a good sis, so I'm the Good Sis too. And now I'm like the only good sis. Like, I'm the consistent good sis.
I'm a good sis. Let me get in on this. So now we get to our section of the podcast where we just have our final thoughts and stuff. So anything you want to share or say or get off your chest, this is your opportunity to do so. You don't have nothing?
Is this me?
Yes.
Oh, I know this is like you. The viewers, or this is me?
It's you.
So I appreciate the opportunity to be able to come on the show. I had a lot of fun. Thank you for reliving my trauma of Dipset and Jewels just being erased from my life. Thank you for allowing me the platform to share my hurt, my trauma, my pain, my distaste for what happened, all of that. And yeah, just thank you. I had fun. I really did. And I would totally love to do this again. Whether it's a serious topic or like something not serious, like the Verses from Hell, that will never happen.
Bro, if that happens, you know, if that happens, we got to do a live watch.
We're not. It's not going to happen.
We are.
Bobby V is out here hanging out in hot tubs on like season 10 of Love and Hip Hop. He's too busy. He's booked and busy right now.
What's Pleasure P doing? Is he not on Love and Hip Hop?
Pleasure P should be on tour, the Millennium Tour. It's back up right now. I think it's going, or it should have started, or is about to start. So he about to be out there with Pretty Ricky. Although, maybe not, because all of Pretty Ricky I don't think can go on tour, because there was Baby Blue Woe. He was the one that I think is getting hemmed up and going to jail for like PPP scammer loans or something like that. So maybe the whole squad not gonna be out there.
It ain't the same without Babe Blue. It ain't the same without Babe Blue.
It's not.
Who
but Marcus can do his thing.
He gonna rap both verses. Him and
Marcus
Baby Blue.
Marcus sing off of his own album. Boyfriend number 2.
Ladies and gentlemen, that further lets me know that Bobby Valentino would win this versus of 9 hits. Scheduled for 15 rounds. We go in 9 hits.
It's gonna be 5. I'm giving it 5 rounds. I'm giving it 5. That's it.
Bobby got mixtapes out there.
Okay, and
bangers on these things, boy. Bangers on these things.
You're acknowledging this. I don't see anybody else in the world acknowledging this. Nobody. Absolutely nobody.
Because we don't have to brag about Bobby V.
Bobby V's got bangers.
Hey, we don't have to brag about Bobby. His work will speak for itself when he get in these verses.
Are you following him on Instagram?
I am not.
You sure?
I'm 100% positive. The last time I looked him up was when we had that discussion, and
that was last year.
Yeah, and they were going back and forth trying to promote the verses, and he had them fucking gold fangs in his mouth with that werewolf type fur on in the heat, and I was just like, oh, Bobby, oh, what's that, King of the Hill, Bobby? God damn it, Bobby. You out here looking like a complete fool after I defended you for a whole podcast, my dude. But
embarrassing.
Nah. I really do appreciate you jumping on here and hanging out. I know it's getting late there, but we will try to for sure reach out to you more often, because I know I was planning on wanting to do a separate podcast, just me and you. But like, I am super busy with all this other shit, but I want to sit down and have you involved, because I feel, and if Kaylee is still watching, you could probably do a show yourself. We'll help you out with all this shit. I'm just saying, because if y'all don't know about Story Time with the Good Sis,
oh gosh,
that is a whole nother segment we could be doing. Story Time with the Good Sis is a thing y'all need to hear.
I'm going to have PowerPoint presentations with pictures to go along. You know the vibes. Like, because, it's like pics or it didn't happen.
Bro. At this point, I believe everything you say, because you always back it up with
that happens pics. To me.
I believe everything you be telling me, because you be like, look up this dude's shit. And I was just like, my imagination could not even have imagined the shit that you be saying. So it is a wonderful time, hilarious, fun for the whole, maybe not the whole family. Probably PG-13.
No, not the whole family.
Not even PG-13. This last one was
no, not at all.
Grown 18 plus, bro, 18 and up. But they're good stories, so we will most definitely be reaching out to you and trying to figure something out. But
for sure,
that is all we got for episode 51 of the Smoke Pit. I have been the homie Mac, aka your boy, joined by my good friend Denise, aka D Nice, aka the Good Sis, and we appreciate you guys tuning in and chilling with us, man. Y'all have a great night. Be easy.
And enjoy your weekend, because I got work tomorrow. It's drill weekend.
She in the guard, so don't feel bad for her.
But I'm full-time in the guard. Like, I'm not a weekend warrior. Like, I want to clarify that.
She's still guard. Don't feel bad. She don't deploy, guys, so she's fine. Don't worry about it.
No, I'm at one of the most deployable wings in the United States.
She don't be going nowhere, guys. Enjoy your weekend.
do.
Enjoy your weekend, guys. Stop playing.
You a hater. You a hater.
Y'all take care. Peace.
Good night.
To the smoke pit. It's Friday night, come and take a load off. Come sit in the smoke pit. It's time for us to show off. It's been a long week, come relaxing, get some laughs in, and let's talk about these brackets. And while we at it, tell me whose man's is this? Cause I got questions, I'm hoping you can answer it. Get ready, cause you know we gon' talk a lot of shit. It's Mac and Mac, welcome to the smoke pit.
This ain't right.
Expensive things.